member for Niagara West-Glanbrook.
Thanks, Speaker. Back to the Minister of Health. Minister, let's look at some of the other contracts at eHealth. Anzen Consulting got a contract from eHealth. The head of Anzen Consulting, Mio Yamashita, is married to the head of Liberally Connected Courtyard, your friend Michael Guerre. Ms. Yamashita was hired for $268,000 on a 4-month contract to produce a communications plan and branding strategy. At the same time, Speaker, eHealth hired another consultant named Donna Klein on a sole source contract for $192,000. Her statement of work says that she was to provide, once again, a communications plan and branding strategy, the exact same contract Ms. Yamashita received. Minister, why is the government paying 2 different consultants to do the exact same work?
Minister.
Thank you very much. I can tell you that, and I can tell the member that as I have said in this House, that I have discussed these concerns with some of the expenses that have come to light with both the chair and the CEO of eHealth. It's important not just for eHealth, but for all of us who have the privilege to serve Ontarians, including this legislature. The Premier and I both agree. While things are allowable, just because you can do it doesn't necessarily mean that it should be done. We expect that private sector consultants abide by not only the letter of the law, but the spirit of the law as well. That's why, Speaker, I took the action to instruct the board to take on a third party. In this case, they have taken on PricewaterhouseCoopers to be able to undertake this work to get to the bottom of financial controls and on management practices at eHealth, and I look forward to the results of their review.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, there are so many consultants involved here that we have to pay extra to keep track of them all. On December 1st, Ms. Yamashita billed taxpayers for talking to her husband, the infamous Michael Guerre at Courtyard Group, a consulting firm on the end of literally millions of dollars in untendered contracts from eHealth. That phone call cost taxpayers $3,800. On December 5th, Yamashita had yet another meeting with yet another consultant to discuss Donna Klein's role. For the privilege, Speaker, of one consultant talking to a consultant about another consultant, taxpayers had to fork out an additional $3,000. Minister, PricewaterhouseCoopers has already conducted its review on your rogue agency, and they violated those recommendations under your nose. Minister, this is out of control. Will you do the right thing? Will you step aside and let somebody else clean up?
Thank you. Minister.
Very much. You know, it is unfortunate that when the legacy agency, Smart Systems for Health, was set up in 2002, that they were not provided with the proper mandate or the proper leadership in order to deliver on the modernization of Ontario's healthcare system. Speaker, we are driving forward on a very ambitious and important agenda in order to improve patient safety, improve health care that Ontarians would expect that they would. Speaker, and the accomplishments in a few short months have been very good, and I would share them with the member. We have unveiled, or eHealth Ontario rather has, Ontario's first comprehensive published eHealth strategy. They've launched an e-prescribing program, the first of its kind in Canada, piloted in Collingwood and in Sault Ste. Marie, connecting pharmacy with primary care. Speaker, they have also partnered with Ontario MD, the Ontario Medical Association, to roll it.
Thank you. Final supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. I assume these contracts aren't news to the minister. Here's another one that you should be aware of. On December 7th, Anzen Consulting charged $900 to send emails to a consultant at the Liberally Connected Courtyard Group, Carly Farrow. Speaker, Carly Farrow used to be Chief of Staff to the Deputy Premier and a policy advisor to the Premier himself. This was the first of several bills between the two. On January 5th, Yamashita phoned Donna Klein, a call that lasted an hour and a half, for which Anzen charged $450. And Donna Klein's timesheet said that she billed $300 for the exact same phone call, $750 for a single phone call. And on January 14th, Ms. Yamashita billed $1,200 for 4 hours work with
Out
their
of
husbands
control.
consulting for a minister. This
Out of
agency's out of control. It's under your watch. You've done nothing. Will you do the right thing and resign and let someone else?
Thank you. Minister.
Precisely why the concerns that I have. I've met with the board. I met with board chair Dr. Hudson, sought reassurance for some of the information which has come to light, did not receive it, and that is why I have ordered the board to take on a third-party review. That's why, in fact, PricewaterhouseCoopers has been retained to be able to look at the expenditures to ensure that management practice and financial controls are in place that Ontarians would expect would be there. Speaker, in fact, in addition to that, the Auditor General, an independent officer of this legislature, has undertaken work previously and has, in fact, done wonderful work on behalf of Ontario taxpayers historically. I've had an opportunity to be able to speak with Mr. McCarter yesterday, and through that conversation, directed him under Section 17 of the Act to accelerate the work.
New question, Leader of the Third Party.